Hello YouTube, my name is Jesse and greetings from southeastern Ohio. Today I'm going to do a short little review because recently I purchased a machine and I did not see many reviews on it. So I've had it for a little bit now and I'm going to do just a little bit of review on my 2022 Can-Am Defender. So I hope you enjoy. I had to change locations because the rooster just would not leave me alone. So we're here in another part of the property. Really, my wife and I were looking for something. Like I say, we live here in southeastern Ohio, and we live on about 20 acres, and a lot of it is hill. I like to hunt. We have a wood-burning fireplace, and so I just needed something that we could plow the driveway with, haul deer with, get firewood, just take joyrides with my wife and our little dog. And this seemed to fit the mold well. So it's a 2022 Can-Am Defender, as you well know. I wanted to make a little video because as I was shopping, I really didn't see many videos on the HD9, which is what we have. I guess they're fairly new to the Can-Am line, so as I was looking for videos, I couldn't really find out a ton that were helpful, so I figured I would make one. This is about as standard as it comes for the HD9 package. And from what I understand, it's very similar to the HD10, but this is just 900cc compared to the 1000. So no power steering, and that's something that I kind of weighed back and forth. I watched a lot of reviews and fellas saying it was essential. Some guys were saying that it wasn't. I can honestly say, as of right now, even in four-wheel drive and with the differential lock on, I've not noticed a huge difference. You just kind of pump the gas a little bit when you want to turn the wheel and it turns just fine. So this is my first side-by-side, so I don't know any different. So I guess you can agree or disagree. I went ahead and had them install a hitch or a winch on the front. You can kind of see it tucked back in there. And then a plow bracket. And I'll take you up to show you the plow here in a bit. I apologize if I'm a little winded. At the moment, I have a virus that's been going around called COVID-19. So my wife and I are dealing with that at the moment. But the bed, solid. It's got quite a bit of towing or bed capacity. Lift the lever there and it does tilt automatically. It's got a hydraulic there, you can see. Access to the engine here, very simple fluids. And you can see one-handed, I can pull it down and lock it. Tailgate drops very simply, just like a truck. 250-pound capacity just on the tailgate, but I think it's like, 2,000 pounds in the bed, maybe. I could be wrong. Got some tie-down spots here, 4 of them in the bed. Does come already with a ball hitch receiver. I just put that little ball on there. Each wheel has suspension, independent suspension, and there are zerts, grease zerts. I think 4 on each side. You can see one here. Tail light, no blinker, no horn. fill your gas up here on the right side. Another lever to dump the bed. No doors, which I was looking at the Kawasaki Mule, the MX. It had full doors, which is something I was thinking I was going to want. But in the scheme of things, as of right now, I'm not disappointed with that. Passenger seat comes up, middle seat comes up, and they actually make attachments. You can put some storage under there. And then this is a pop down here so you can put drinks and whatnot in there. It does sit 1, 2, 3 people. No roof or windshield included. I'm gonna get a windshield for Christmas and then probably just purchase a roof. Under the little hood here, you have access to just some electronics. If I can get him up here. That's some of the electronics for the winch, some fluids, fuses there, battery, and then this is also a little toolkit that comes with the machine to work on suspension and things like that. So it's nifty. The one thing that this does lack compared to the Mule is storage. There does not seem to be as much storage in this. You have to add it after the fact. The suspension, like I said, each wheel is independent suspension. In that kit, there's actually a wrench in it. You can just turn that to increase or decrease the suspension. All right, so that's kind of just a walk around to the outside. Let's hop in and we'll talk about the inside. All right, so I'm sitting inside the machine right now. As you can see, well, you don't know this, but I'm 6'2", about 250, 60 pounds. I don't know. It's been a while. But there's plenty of room for me in here. You can see belly here. And this is with the steering wheel seated down, so I've probably got 4 or 5 inches with it tilted down. With the steering wheel up, I mean, I've got a foot there, but I like it down. You've got your headlights here, off, on, high beams, winch in and out here. A couple other spots where if you want to add some other features, you can. Tilt wheel. Gas and brake, ignition, and then here is your 4-wheel drive, off, on, and then differential lock, your rear differential lock. And I found that actually to be useful. I'll kind of show you here in a bit, but I was blading the driveway the other day and was actually able to push stone up, going uphill in 4-wheel drive with the blade down. I was pushing stone and I was not spinning, surprisingly. So that was a plus for me. A couple more spots here if you want to add anything else. A little 12-volt there. Little pocket here for some storage, and you can actually buy a little toolbox to sit in there for some extra storage, and another cup holder, and seat belt. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and turn it on so you guys can see what things look like. It's actually fairly quiet, much more quiet than I thought. Here, I'll go ahead and turn 4-wheel drive on. I'm going to take the zoom off. 4-wheel drive, you'll see 4-wheel drive come on there. You see the 2 front tires come on, and then just turn him off. I'll go ahead and just put him in gear here. Put it into high. And so we'll start to move. And you see if I want to put the rear differential on. Flip it on. And you'll see that little lock came on there. That means the rear differentials on. I'll turn it off. So we'll see here. It's actually got quite a bit of pep. I was surprised. So as you can see, it really goes. I probably just tore up my grass down there, but it's very, very easy. I mean, I'm driving with one hand, you know, no power steering. I'm holding my camera with the other hand. In the grass, you know, it's no big deal at all. I wouldn't recommend it, but my wife and I actually had this thing up to 60 mile an hour. And yeah, it was plenty fast. So here's part of my driveway. This is the hill. I know it's actually doesn't do it justice, but it's actually like 13-14% grade. And that's about a 50-yard stint. So rain, when we get a lot of rain, we do have washouts on the driveway. So that blade, the plow, definitely was handy for straightening that out. And winter comes, we'll see how it does in the snow. So anyhow, let me take you over and we'll take a look at the blade. You can see getting from my house to my grandparents was done in some pretty short order. I don't have any buildings at my place, so my grandma and uncle were gracious enough to allow me to store my blade here just so it's out of the rain, and it's real fast to just buzz over and hook up. So this is the KFI blade. It does pivot from side to side. You just pull up on this lever and angle it whichever way you want. The way it attaches, you just release the winch, hook it here, and then these two pins hook on the front. This guy, like I said, I was a little skeptical if it would do well on a stone, but actually it smoothed the driveway out. I had to adjust the feet there a little bit, so it would get a little closer to the ground. But yeah, it does the trick. It doesn't drop the front end of the machine down too much. I don't know the exact weight on that blade, but it's not too bad. I didn't have to adjust the suspension or anything, but yeah, nothing fancy. Machine's done well for me. So far, we love it. No issues. Like I said, we've only had it for about a month, but I've been driving it everywhere. My nieces and nephews love to take rides. Wife and little dog, she likes to take rides as well. So anyhow, pretty plain Jane, but we're happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a good new year. I'll talk to you later.